The third of 3 stakes races on Saturday at Del Mar is the most important of all. It's the Grade 2 San Diego Handicap, and it features the comeback of none other than Maximum Security, making his California debut and first for trainer Bob Baffert. Now, this race, the San Diego mile and 1/16th, was postponed from last weekend when racing was canceled. And this race is billed as a prep race for the Pacific Classic on August 22nd. Similarly to the San Clemente and Del Mar Oaks prep situation that we talked about in an earlier segment, interestingly, the San Diego, the last 15 years, only one Pacific Classic winner has come out of the San Diego. So maybe that'll change this year. I wouldn't be at all surprised because it's a very good field that entered the San Diego, including last year's Pacific Classic winner, Higher Power, and as well as, of course, Maximum Security. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field real quick. It's a field of 6, and there will be a couple scratches, or we're expecting a couple scratches anyway. Number 3, Sharp Samurai, and number 4, Combatant are both expected to enter the Grade 2 Eddie Reed Stakes on Sunday, and barring any late defections, it looks like we're going to end up with the 4-horse field into San Diego. The same number of starters that were in the San Diego 1 year ago when Catalina Cruiser won for the 2nd straight year. So we're left with the field of 4, probably. Higher Power, Axeman, numbers 5 and 6, Maximum Security, and Midcourt. But all eyes will be on number 5, Maximum Security, who is making his first start in 5 months, his first start since winning the $20 million Saudi Cup in late February. And this was an impressive win. That's a Bob Baffert trainee, Mucho Gusto, on the lead. It looks like he might be home, and that's Maximum Security right behind him. Mucho Gusto was all over the racetrack. Finally, Maximum Security ducks down to the inside. Again, a very tough spot to rally in, and he blows past Mucho Gusto, and then here comes Midnight Bisou on the inside, and Maximum Security has to hold off none other than Midnight Bisou. Now, the fact that Maximum Security was able to hold off Midnight Bisou was really not a great surprise. Maximum Security has been a bulldog ever since he won his career debut in a $16,000 maiden claiming race. That was at Gulfstream Park, and a few starts later, just when it looked like he was going to be swallowed up in the head of the stretch in the Kentucky Derby. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened in the 2019 Kentucky Derby. And that's Maximum Security, 2 off the rail. Now, there was a lot of drifting and bumping and jostling. They're coming at him from both sides in the Kentucky Derby. And Maximum Security, he refuses to yield. He won this race clear, and we all know what happened. He was disqualified for interference at the head of the lane and placed 17th. But that does not take away from Maximum Security's effort. Yes, he got disqualified. Whether you agree with it or not is not the point. The point is he ran well in the Kentucky Derby when it looked like he was going to be swallowed up at the head of the lane. Now, this is his first start in 5 months, Maximum Security. Soon after he won the $20 million Saudi Cup, it was in early March, his former trainer, Jason Service, along with George Navarro, was indicted by federal prosecutors for administering illegal medications. So his stable was disbanded, and owner breeder Gary West turned out Maximum Security in Kentucky. He underwent a complete physical. West called up trainer Bob Baffert, asked you if he would be interested in training Maximum Security. What do you think Baffert's going to say? No, I don't want the best horse in the world. He took Maximum Security, and he got used to this horse. He came to California in late April, commenced a workout pattern in early June, and he has not missed a beat. Baffert said that this is a lazy horse in the morning, Maximum Security is. And that's why Baffert works him in company every single time. Maximum Security needs company in his workouts to keep his mind on business. I think he's ready to go. This is an important race for the horse, for Baffert, and to find out where he goes the rest of the year. Baffert said that he might have run Maximum Security in the Met Mile a couple of weeks ago, but he just wasn't ready. He didn't come in until a little bit later than expected. He could not get him ready for the Met Mile. So it's the San Diego Handicap, 127 pounds. Abel Cedillo will be riding Maximum Security. His regular jockey, Maximum Security's regular jockey, Luis Saez, expected to regain the mount when Maximum Security runs next. And we don't know where that is. It might be the Pacific Classic. It could be points beyond. Maximum Security, the even money favorite, his odds are probably going to be in the odds-on range after the scratches, but it's not a one-horse race because number one, Higher Power, is a very good horse. And we found that out last summer at Del Mar in the Pacific Classic. It was August 17th as we take a look at Higher Power, who never looked like a loser, cruised up there close to the pace, sitting second, took charge on the far turn, opened up and won for fun. You talk about a horse for course. Higher Power was in the 2019 Pacific Classic because he had trained so well over the main track. This is a horse that was primarily, or was believed to possibly be, a grass horse. But he trained so well at Del Mar that trainer John Sadler threw him in the Pacific Classic last year. It wasn't on a whim. It was because he trained so well and he ran accordingly. Now, Higher Power would go on to finish a good third in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He completely misfired down in Florida in the Pegasus. His blood work was off. Something internal was bugging him. But he returned to form last time out. It was in the Grade 1 Hollywood Gold Cup at Santa Anita on June 6th. And that's Improbable, who is running away with the race. But Higher Power on the outside, you talk about a good performance in defeat. That's Higher Power returning to form. No, he's not going to catch Improbable, but he finished 4 lengths clear of third. He earned a 101 Beyer speed figure, and this put Higher Power back into form. And John Sadler's original inclination was to train Higher Power from the Gold Cup in early June into the Pacific Classic with no starts in between. Why did he change his mind? Because Higher Power is doing so well, and he likes Del Mar. He's trained well, so he's going to run him twice at Del Mar. Sadler is Higher Power, who is the biggest rival for Maximum Security. Higher Power is listed as the second choice on the morning line. Flavian Pratt, everything depends on the break with Higher Power. He doesn't always leave the gate in good order. On the outside is number 6, Midcourt, who tried without blinkers last time out. It was a disaster. It was a throwout race. Blinkers are back on Midcourt on Saturday. He'll be asked for speed from the outside post. He'll be in the race early. He's 2 for 2 at Del Mar. I don't think he's quite as good as Maximum Security or Higher Power, but Midcourt has tactical speed. He likes the track. He's a graded stakes winner, and an upset would not completely surprise me. Let's go through the field real quick. Number 1, Higher Power. We talked about him. He's my second preference. Number 2, Axeman, also trained by Bob Baffert, and Mike Smith gets along best with this horse. The last 4 times that Smith has ridden Axeman, he has won 3 of them against company not quite as strong as he meets on Saturday. But Axeman has speed, and he will influence the pace scenario. Sharp Samurai and Combatant both expected to scratch. Maximum Security, he's the horse to beat. You can't bet on him unless you like to take odds on a horse coming in off a 5-month layoff. I don't. And finally, Midcourt on the outside. We have one formulator stat I almost overlooked, and it regards number 1, Higher Power, whose trainer, John Sadler, the last 2 years, dirt stakes races, second start off a layoff. How about this? 5 for 11, a 45% win rate, and a $3.30 ROI. I know it's a relatively small sample, but 5 for 11 in dirt stakes, second start back off a layoff. Who does that fit? Number 1, Higher Power. So I expect Higher Power to run even better than he ran last time. He was second best behind Improbable, who, by the way, I would suggest that Improbable, as of today, probably the horse to beat in the Pacific Classic. I could change my mind if Maximum Security runs off the screen on Saturday in the San Diego. But we'll find out more about this group of older handicap horses in California. Maximum Security, the heavy favorite to win the San Diego. It's more than a one-horse race. Higher Power and Midcourt will give him a battle. But it's Maximum Security, my top choice in the Grade 2 San Diego, Saturday at Del Mar.